we configured our technology in a way that really fits the problem of cross-border payment security very, very well. So for the cross-border payment challenge, we created an open internet model. We called the idea Interledger. So Interledger, like the internet, supports our Ripple technology globally. And that model does not require single, universal, common blockchain. It requires a very open blockchain interconnectivity. And that means that the volume is theoretically infinite. It's not, the internet never runs out of capacity. Elements do, but the internet still works because it's inherently decentralized. So Ripple is the same. So we have a decentralized model, which is infinitely scalable. Supporting that, we have our liquidity proposition, which uses XRP, and that's a classic blockchain. But XRP was designed from the outset for transacting. So unlike the likes of Bitcoin, which is like very slow and slows down as you continue to build on volume, the XRP model is very, very, very high speed and very high capacity. So the liquidity part is very adequately served by the XRP model. The wider network we're creating, where if you're really going to create something of value for 7 billion people in the world of 9 billion by 2050.
Hey, what's going on, Bull Runners? Welcome back to the channel. What if I told you that the financial world is hiding a secret that could change everything you know about money? There's a silent revolution happening right now, and the powers that be don't want you to notice. Whispers of a global financial reset, cryptic partnership, and laws sneaking through that could shake up your crypto portfolio. Are you paying attention? Today, we're diving into some massive stories, a bombshell about Ripple's Interledger, getting cozy with Swift, a California law that could snatch your Bitcoin if you're not careful, and MoonPay's big move in New York that's opening doors for crypto adoption. These aren't just headlines, they're signals of a seismic shift in how crypto and traditional finance are colliding. Stick with me because we're peeling back the curtain on what this means for you and your investments. And here's the kicker, stay with me until the end, and I'm gonna give you exclusive sneak peek into Altcoin Pro University, our exclusive crypto platform that will for sure give you an edge in this wild market. Plus, we will be heading over to X to find out all the breaking news that's happening in the financial world today. We will also check out Forex Factory and all the red folder news in the financial markets that you have to know this week. Plus, we will be heading over to TradingView and checking out the charts for XRP. Plus, we'll be looking at the long-term and short-term momentum waves. And we're going to look at 5 low market cap gems that are ready to explode once the market turns around in the real world asset category. And so much for you in today's video. So if you're like most people where you don't have the opportunity to spend hours a day in the crypto news like we do for you, make sure you subscribe today. And if you're feeling bullish about this current bull run, let me know by commenting 777 down below. And first off, we're going to start off here at CoinMarketCap. Check out the overall health of the crypto market today. We are coming in with a $3.29 trillion total market cap. We are down nearly 1% on the day. We're currently sitting at $103.99 billion worth of trading volume in the last 24 hours. And as you can see, the market is continuing to take this drop. Now, what we were hoping for in the markets and in the charts was that this $3.22 trillion mark was our new higher low as far as the markets go. And we are there. However, just a couple of days ago here on June 3rd, reaching 3.35 trillion and starting to make another pullback, will we now get a lower low? We will continue to keep you updated on these numbers every day. Make sure you subscribe now. Fear and Greed Index coming in at a 57, so sitting in the neutral. We do want to see that tick up a little bit into the 60s where it gets to that greed level, this green category here. That's when more people are actually interested in crypto. We are starting to make this pullback and people are getting disinterested in crypto as of today. Altcoin Season Index currently sitting at 23 out of 100, so we are in full-on Bitcoin season. And that is generally because of the fact that Bitcoin dominance is currently 63.33%. As you know, I love to follow the Bitcoin ETF tracker. It is typically a leading indicator for what is going to happen overall in the Bitcoin market. And we did have that crazy drop off the last couple of days here to the downside. But we do have a nice rebound today, up $375 million worth of inflows into Bitcoin. And now what I want to show you, this is something that I've been paying attention, but not really bringing it to your attention because I wanted to verify. Take a look at the Ethereum ETF net inflow, ladies and gentlemen. This is starting to look real hot. And we've been covering Ethereum in the charts. It's the one that looks the most bullish, even though it will not take off to the upside just yet. But take a look at this, just continued upside for Ethereum ETF inflows. And again, this was the leading indicator for Bitcoin's price explosion. Will it be doing the same for Ethereum? When we zoom out on the 1-year chart, you can see it's really started back here the week of May 11th, only $41 million with inflow. So nothing major, but then take a look at this, 248 the next week. Last week, 285 million. This week, already 187 million. Now, last time we had a real explosion in Ethereum was back in November. And you can see right here, the inflow was 533 million. So we're not at those levels just yet. And this one was nearly 500 million. This one was nearly a billion. And then another 800 million. So we're not seeing these levels of inflows just yet, but it is steady and consistent. And we're also getting word that BlackRock is selling their Bitcoin ETF and transitioning that over into Ethereum. So what I want to let you guys know, pay attention to Ethereum over the next couple of weeks. But positive news, we have inflows into Bitcoin and positive news, positive inflows into Ethereum this week already. Taking a look at the top 5 cryptos by total market cap. Number 1, Bitcoin, obviously currently sitting at 104,000. Ethereum coming in at number 2, $2,600. Tether number 3. XRP currently at number 4, $2.20. BNB number 5, $663. And we'll cover Solana number 6, Solana at $153. Taking a quick look at the S&P 500 because we're going to be looking at the traditional market news here. Yesterday was a bit of a down day. The new candles has kicked off, but it's not really pumping. We are getting close though to new all-time highs, sitting up here at 6150 would be new all-time highs. And on the daily long-term momentum, it is looking bullish still. And we also have our short-term momentum wave reset to 0, ready to power up to the upside, like we saw here when this crazy dip happened. Prices dropped all the way to the 4900s on the S&P 500 during the reset from 0 to the 100 and rolling out this whole time being in the bullish level, running from 4,900 to 5,900. That's a 1,000-point move in the S&P 500, which is absolutely massive. And S&P 500 is ready to make that move to the upside as of right now. We'll continue to follow that as well. But why did the market stall out? Well, unfortunately, the non-farm employment change came out and it was abysmal. Very horrible, actually. The forecast was 111,000 and it only actual came out at 37,000. Also, services PMI, 52 is the forecast, 49.9%. Now, you may be wondering, well, what is this non-farm payroll? It's job creation, which we know is an important leading indicator for consumer spending, which accounts for the majority of overall economic activity. ADP analyzes payroll for more than 25 million workers to derive employment growth estimations. And the usual effect for this number is the actual greater than forecast is good for the currency. As you can see, it was spectacularly bad this week. And as we've been covering every single week, tomorrow's a big news day. Unemployment claims will be coming out. We're forecasted at 236,000. If we have a number that is less than that and it comes out green, that's very positive. We'll see a great rebound for Bitcoin. If it is red and it's a bad unemployment, we may have absolute devastation in the crypto markets as well. But when we take a quick peek at Bitcoin, the great news is it's looking like this number is going to be good. In my personal opinion, the markets are set for it. We can see right here, our short-term momentum cycle has reset to 0, and it would be a phenomenal run to the upside if we get some good numbers tomorrow. We're also bouncing off the 30 exponential moving average, which is also a positive thing. We'll do a deeper dive into these charts at the end of the video. Heading over to x.com to find all the news. Don't forget to follow us at BULLRUNNERS HQ. We are doing a $100 XRP giveaway. Congratulations to Brad Meese for winning last week's giveaway. We give it away every Sunday night. You want to sign up to enter. All you have to do is follow us at BULLRUNNERS HQ, like, retweet, and comment XRP on this post, and subscribe to our daily crypto newsletter by clicking this here. That will also get you our free Altcoin Secrets Underground Guidebook to become a crypto millionaire. Click the orange button, enter your best email, click the orange button again, and you're all set. Good luck to you watching, and congratulations again to Brad. Now, as you saw in the intro of the video, Smoke did a great post here. Yes, the Interledger protocol allows XRP to scale infinitely to meet needs of 7 to 8 billion people. That's awesome. All the money. And you can hear it from former Ripple executive Marcus Treacher as he explains why Ripple created the ILP and how it uses XRP. And on top of that, the ISO 20022 site shows approved requests to enable Ripple's Interledger on the Swift network. As you can see here, not 1, not 2, 3 approved transactions on the Swift network, XRP, with the ISO 222 site showing proof. Also, Austin King, who sold his company to Ripple, says here, yes, I can confirm with my first company was building out the Interledger network. We worked closely with entities like Maja Loop Foundation that are far more traditional, institutional, and have greater needs for things like ISO 222 compliance. And in a very unfortunate scenario popping up today here for myself and all of my other fellow Californians, Bitcoin held on exchanges for 3+ years will be transferred to the state of California under the law passed by the Assembly. So if you're using Coinbase, Crypto.com, and other United States-based exchanges and you don't log into your exchange because you're just holding it for the long term, California can now confiscate your coins.
File item 186, AB 1052 by Assemblymember Valencia. Clerk will read.
Assembly Bill 1052 by Assemblymember Valencia, an act relating to digital assets.
Assemblymember Valencia, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Once again, muy buenas tardes, members. AB 1052 will establish a legal framework to legitimize digital assets, also known as cryptocurrency and blockchain, and unclaimed property law. California must protect consumer assets and embrace the legal recognition of digital assets, crypto and blockchain, as we continue to modernize our economy and the systems in our society. With that, I respectfully ask for a yes vote.
And of course, what you notice there in that conversation, talking about how, oh, it's going to be great for people, it's going to pass to help them. Obviously, everything, every word that government uses, it'll do the opposite. So here's saying, giving the allowance of passage for crypto in the California Assembly, but in reality, it means they're just going to have an ability to steal your Bitcoin. So be careful out there if you're using centralized exchanges, because they will be coming for your money because they always want free money. And a big announcement today, MoonPay secures Bit license and money transmitters license from New York State Department for financial services. And the reason this is so big, because now MoonPay can operate in all 50 US states after the Bit license approval from New York. The addition of the Bit license makes MoonPay one of 35 digital currency businesses able to operate in New York State. The MoonPay notice came roughly a month after the company announced it planned to open new headquarters in New York City. The payments platform said in December 2024 that it had received approval to operate a licensed crypto business in the Netherlands under the Europe's Markets in Cryptocurrency Asset, or MiCA framework. So congratulations to MoonPay continuing to grow their business. Just in, also $3.6 trillion asset manager JP Morgan to accept Bitcoin and crypto ETFs as collateral for loans. So if you own Bitcoin or you own some crypto ETFs, you can borrow against those assets. And if you remember, though, just a couple of days ago, Jamie Dimon came out and said, Bitcoin is absolutely trash. We're never going to custody any crypto or Bitcoin or anything like that. He said that he's going to let his customers buy it, but they will not custody it at JP Morgan. But now they come out and say they're going to accept Bitcoin and crypto as collateral for loans. So did he say one thing and truly do another? As always, that's what JP Morgan does. And it's a massive news. Vincent Scott yesterday reporting that David Schwartz said that XRP could traditionally be a complete money transmitter or bank system. And people were telling him no way that was true because he did not get it on video, as you saw yesterday in the video. If you didn't, go back and watch it. Well, he actually put out a call to David Schwartz to please verify that I did ask you this and that you did say that it did actually happen, as you can see, so we can get Joel Katz to kindly affirm that it happened. Well, he literally responded, which is absolutely amazing. He said, I did say that you could consider the XRPL together with other things Ripple has built to be a financial system. I hope over the next few years, it can provide a significant fraction of the financial services that people need every day, from payments to investments to loans. So literally coming out and saying, yes, XRP, or Ripple in general, the XRPL, the ledger, was built to be a full financial system. So great job to the journalist Vincent Scott, getting some huge recognition all around X. Also, Chinese firm Weebus files to raise $300 million for XRP Treasury Fund. We've been covering that for quite some time now, but as it's been filed official, it is going to be happening.
The U.S. is on an unsustainable fiscal path. The U.S. federal government's on an unsustainable fiscal path. And that just means that the debt is growing faster than the economy.
I have the sense this worries you very much.
Over the long run, of course it does. You know, we're borrowing from future generations. It's time for us to get back to putting a priority on fiscal sustainability. And sooner is better than later. The U.S. is on an
And as we've documented very closely on this segment, Jerome Powell still continues to battle versus Trump, not going to lower the interest rate. But an interesting thing here from Geiger Capital posting, 1 million seconds ago was May 23rd. 1 billion seconds ago was 1993. 1 trillion seconds ago was 30,000 BC. And right now, the U.S. national debt is rising by $1 trillion every 180 days. So just to understand, like, that money is not even fathomable for most people. It's obviously a fake number. It's made up. You can tell that luckily the United States has the reserve currency because they can just print new digits into a computer system, because there's no way to ever recover $32 trillion worth of money that's out there in circulation, supposedly. And that's why you're seeing Elon Musk going absolutely apeshit right now about trying to kill the big, beautiful bill, because it's going to continue to raise our debt to an unsustainable amount over time. In fact, just recently, Elizabeth Warren and Donald Trump agreed that they should completely get rid of the debt ceiling, meaning we could literally print money into, which we can anyway. But right now, there's this thing called a debt ceiling where they're supposed to put a stop to it when it gets to a certain level, like a credit card limit where the credit card company won't let you spend any money anymore. But Trump, Elizabeth Warren want to completely get rid of that. Just print as much money as you want forever and ever and ever, and really destroy all of our future generations. And also, in an interesting twist here, Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse denies his company ever made a bid to acquire Circle. Now, this is not what actually happened. This is a little twist of the words, right? Because this one says, contradicting recent reports of alleged Ripple offering of up to $5 billion for the stablecoin issuer. What he said in the interview where he was being recorded, he said that we never offered $5 billion to buy Circle. That doesn't mean that they didn't make an offer to buy Circle. He just was saying that that specific number of 5 billion wasn't it. So, you know, it's one of those word games, of course, twist here, twist there. But the reality is, Circle said that they did put it out there. Brad Garlinghouse didn't deny that they didn't put a bid out for Circle. He just denied that they put a $5 billion bid out there. And breaking news out of South Korea, pro-Bitcoin Democratic Party candidate Lee Jae-myung wins South Korea's presidency. So now we may see South Korea start to heavily get involved into Bitcoin. And if you guys have been seeing this circulating around, historical document leaked, signed on September 17th, 2012, this agreement between Chris Larsen, Jed McCaleb, and Arthur Brito confirms that Brito received 2% of all XRP, then called Ripple credits. And more importantly, it gave him lifetime rights to build on Ripple. And what was interesting, David Schwartz posted in this, the last sentence of Section 3 always puzzled me. I can't imagine what anyone thought that he would need a license to do. And what it says is, in exchange for assigning the company his IP rights in Ripple, Brito shall have a lifetime, fully paid up license to develop apps or new functionalities on the Ripple platform. And the original poster then says, well, that's a curious part, isn't it, David? Why give someone keys to the kingdom unless they were meant to build something royal? A license with no limits sounds like a blank check to craft a hidden road no one saw coming. And a really interesting twist here from FF15 Jumbo, he also posted in the comment section saying, Joel Katz, are you still in contact? And David Schwartz responded with yes, meaning he is still in contact with Arthur Brito, which, if you're new to the XRP community, Arthur Brito is a shadowy figure very similar to Satoshi Nakamoto. No one knows really who Arthur Brito is. Now, as a reward for you staying this long, we're still going to get into the charts, but as a thank you, I'm going to hop over to Altcoin Pro University, which is our crypto platform to help you learn to maximize your opportunity in crypto while minimizing your downside. And this is the altcoin picks section. For those of you out there that like to find altcoin gems before they explode, well, right now we have one that we've been doing some research on. Now, obviously, this is not financial advice. Do not buy or sell anything as we talk about it. But the token is called LIQD. The chain is on Hyperliquid EVM. Market cap is currently 44 million, so it's not even a $100 million token yet. Price is currently sitting at about 3 cents. If you want the actual contract number, you can join Altcoin Pro University and you can click the link right here. It'll take you directly to the DEX screener chart, so you're not getting the wrong contract address. But what is Liquid and why it matters? Well, Liquid is the native token to Liquid Swap, the premier DEX aggregator on Hyperliquid EVM. Think of it as a combination of Jupiter and Pump Fund, but tailored for the Hyperliquid ecosystem. Liquid Swap routes trades across multiple decentralized exchanges like Kitten Swap, Hyperswap, and Laminar, ensuring users get the best rates with minimal slippage. Key features include a 1% fee on the launchpad volume. Liquid Swap takes a 1% fee on all volume through its launchpad, directly benefiting Liquid holders. Upcoming aggregator fee activation. The platform plans to activate aggregator fees soon, introducing additional revenue streams. Staking rewards. Since June 2nd, users can stake Liquid tokens to earn hype rewards, further incentivizing participation. There are some risks that go along with this. It's a low market cap with a market cap of approximately 44 million. Liquid is susceptible to high volatility. New ecosystem. Hyperliquid EVM is relatively new ecosystem, which may present unforeseen challenges. And price at all-time high. Liquid is currently trading at its all-time highs, considering entering with half of your intended position, averaging down if the price retraces. So if you're somebody out there who does like altcoin gems, go ahead, check out the link down in the description below. Altcoin Pro University. Get started today, only $97 to get started. And you do have a 14-day trial to see if it was something that fits your budget. On top of altcoin picks, we have hundreds of classes to help you learn and get the basics and the advancements in crypto. And we have over 900 members all across the entire world. As we take a look at the charts for Liquid on Hype, we can see when we were talking about it in our channel, it was at 43 million. It is currently sitting at 62 million. So in the last 24 hours, it has had a significant push to the upside. Taking a look at XRP in the charts, as we can see here on the daily charts, our long-term momentum just recently broke to the downside, indicating more of a bearish momentum for the last couple of days. We are waiting for this turn back to the upside, crossing back above the zero line, getting back to green, which as you can see last time we passed above the green, we had that push of 50 cents. And then really the last time we had a significant push, we broke from the red to the green back here at early November, and it was green the whole entire rush to the upside. And as we talked about a couple of days ago, the price needed to push and break above this 10 exponential moving average, which was at $2.24, and then have a continuation and break above our $2.28 level and the 30 and 50 exponential moving averages. Unfortunately, yesterday it did push to those levels, rejected, and we are having a pullback today. It is filling in a fair value gap, which could be positive. As you can see, the last couple of days, we had that push down, bulls bought it back up, push down, bulls bought it back up, push down, bulls bought it back up. Today, the bears are doing a good job of suppressing the price down to $2.19, $2.20. We are on our short-term momentum wave, pushing to the upside, doing a good job for the last couple of days. There's still plenty of momentum to run here to the upside. The only problem holding us back is that our long-term momentum is showing bearish. So we're looking for a run up into the weekend. If we can continue pushing this price, green candles to the upside, even with a down candle in the middle, that's totally fine. It happens frequently. It push a red candle and then it recovers the next day. So we'll be taking a look at tomorrow's candles. With that being said, price then could rally and our Wolfpack indicator getting back above the zero line and pushing to the upside. As of right now, I am being very cautious, however, because we are still below the zero line on the Wolfpack indicator. When we take a look at Bitcoin on the daily, we can see we're above the green line on the Wolfpack indicator. We have had a slight pullback, obviously with our short-term momentum waves having a pullback here as well. We are now reset at zero. So over the next 24 to 48 hours, it would be fantastic to see a price move to the upside. Again, same scenario here. The 10 exponential moving average price pushed into it yesterday, rejected on Bitcoin as well. We do need to break this level, 105,925. But the reality is if we can surge past that, we are going to have a little interference here. The 106,500 level would be the price to break. If we can break 106,500, we're going to see a nice push to the upside because going along with that as confluence, our short-term shaft trend cycle will also be resetting to the upside. As we can see, last time we broke above the zero line, we've been green for some time, but we also had a move up on the shaft trend cycle from 0 to 100 here. And this whole time, price was tracking to the upside nicely. Then we had a pullback and a push to the upside, bouncing off that 10 exponential moving average. So right now, We're actually sitting below it. We need to break above the 10 exponential moving average on Bitcoin. All right, now looking at Ethereum, the reason that I'm saying this looks the most bullish is because as we can see, price made a little push up, consolidated sideways above the 10, made a nice push up again. It's consolidating sideways. And this is basically level 2. If we take a look at Bitcoin, it had level 1 here, pushed up level 2, level 3, and it even have a 4th drive to the upside, right? So there's 4. There's push 1 level up, push 2 levels, push 3, and then a blow off top. Looking at Ethereum, it was a push to 1, push to 2. We have not had that 3rd push to the upside just yet. And like we talked about yesterday, there is currently a bull flag setting up. So if you take this right here as the flagpole, this push to the upside from that 1769 level and breaking out of this pennant or the flag right here, once it breaks to the upside and makes a run, it has a target level of getting up into that $3,500 mark. Long-term momentum still rocking bullish in the green. Short-term momentum has reset to 0. Ready for a push to the upside. There's got to be a catalyst, some sort of fake news to come out that's going to be positive to push this to the upside. Now, one thing to be careful of, though, as we can see last time, the long-term momentum got up to the top and started pulling back like this, we did have a pretty significant sell-off. Right now, we are starting to slope to the downside. We need a recovery. Like I said, on all charts, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, we need some volume into the market. Ceasefire, Russia. Peace deal in Israel, something of those natures to really push us to the upside, because right now it's nothing but bearish news. We've got Jerome Powell coming out being bearish for us. We got the wars being bearish, right? So everyone's risk off right now, just kind of holding tight. Like I said yesterday, unemployment claims come out tomorrow morning. If the unemployment claims come out positive, we could see that spike to the upside on all the cryptos we're looking for. Now let's jump over to these small cap gems that will have an exponential rise in the near future once markets do turn around. So first of all, we're looking at the daily charts for XDC. So XDC, as you can see, our long-term momentum wave did flash down below the 0 line all the way back on May 16th, has been in a drop ever since. As you can see though, there is a support level coming in right here at 0.05649. That is the daily 1100 exponential moving average. So this would be a great spot for it to rebound and make a move to the upside. But for as of right now, it's going to take days, maybe a week or two to get back to the 0 line for the long-term momentum. So I am being very patient with XDC. But when it does get here, as we can see, last time price broke above the green level here, that was back in November. We had the big shot to the upside, a pullback, and then a secondary shot. As we take a look here at IOTA, it also broke below the 0 line right now for May 26th. Now, again, like I said, this is coins that I'm looking for exploding in the future, not right this moment, but I want you to keep an eye on these. These are low cap gems in the real world asset class. If you're wanting immediate, interesting coins that are going to be in different categories, come on over to Altcoin Pro University, link down in the description, and get you some market cap gems like Liquid. So what I'm watching for right now on IOTA is for price to come back to the upside, break above the 0 line. And by the way, you could use this Wolfpack indicator. It's free on TradingView. The only thing that I change in mine is the fast length is the 10 and the slow length is the 30. All right. So once these break back above the 0 line, like we saw here, it was a nice push to the upside. The break above 0 line was at 18 cents and it pushed all the way up to 27 cents. That's a good push. We're also looking at Pendle. Now, Pendle is already starting to make a recovery. You can see recently it broke above its 0 line back on March 31st and has a slow, steady climb. What I'm also using is every time that my short-term momentum waves, the shaft trend cycle, also on TradingView, and I'm using the length of 10, fast length of 10, slow length of 30. Once these reset to 0, once they push up, if this is green, I wait for this to hit 0 and move up for the green, and then I'm in that trade for that scenario. Right now, we have not started pushing up in the green. Once this starts pushing up in the green, Pendle, watch this over the next couple of days on the shaft trend cycle. We are still in green here. It could see a nice run to the upside. And even on the daily chart, you can see we've had continuous new higher highs and higher lows along the way. On top of that, we do also have a very nice fair value gap that has not been filled. That gets us to $5.32. And there's a little teeny tiny one, which could be an excellent target of $5.89. All right, next up, we have Polyhydra. Now, this thing went on an incredible run and has been maintaining pretty good levels here. It did come down into our supply and demand zone based off of our Heikinashi candles right here on May 15th and 16th and has been making a run. Now, right now, it's looking weak. We have dropped below the zero line on the Wolfpack. It's starting to make a curve up here. So just keep a very close eye on Polyhydra Tether or Polyhydra USD. And once this breaks the zero line, keep an eye on that very closely for a short-term reset and a rise to the upside. Then we also have Syrup. Syrup is a newer coin. As you can see, when it launched, had an absolute moonshot, very slowly climbing to the upside. It is so new that my daily candles, short-term, long-term momentum waves are not active. But if we take a look here, and this is also a good example of what happens when our long-term momentum cycle resets from green down in the red, right? Price came down, but then it started making a charge and broke above. And sure enough, price got a nice boost to the upside. We are currently reset at zero on the short-term momentum wave. Long-term momentum wave still is bullish. So once I see this short-term momentum wave turn to the upside, turn green, typically break above the 20 line here, we could see a massive move to the upside. So XDC, IOTA, Pendle, Polyhydra, and Syrup. Keep an eye on those real-world assets.
Hey, bull runners, check this out. If you want to learn how to find the next 10x, 50x, or even 100x altcoin in this video, listen to this. Our research team posted GOAT on the 13th of October of 2024 when it was right at a penny, and since then it rallied to over $1 and is currently still up over 5,000%. That's like turning $1,000 into over $50,000. Our team called Pendle at only a $16 million market cap, or 16 cents, back on February 18th of 2023, all the way back here, and since then it's rallied up over 4,000%. That's a 40x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $40,000. Our team also called BitTensor Tau September 15th, 2022, before the token was ever even launched. And since then, Tau has rallied over 2,000%. That's a 20x. Our team even said Solana is most likely to be one of the easiest trades next year, and this was posted December 29th, 2022, on the day that Solana bottomed out at around $8. And since then, Solana looks like it's up over 2,500%. That's a 25x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $25,000. And the bull run is just getting started. The list goes on and on and on. Our team called Sui, Ondo, and even some of the biggest cult-based meme coins like MOG back in July 20th of 2023, the day that MOG launched. So if you want to learn how our team is finding these altcoins before they explode, we just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University. Just go through the link in the description below, get in right now, watch the 26-minute video covering everything that Altcoin Pro University offers.